Hi gents, this is Cindy and I'm inviting you to get ready with me. I have 5 new products that I'm really looking forward to sharing with you. So in order to get started, I am going to share this new product called Aliza. Now I am really enjoying this Aliza and I'll tell you why. I'm trying to get that sparkle off. There we go. This is like carrying a washcloth and soap around with you. It fits perfectly like a compact into your handbag. You open it and it's got these tiny, well, very thin, like, I think they're like little rose petals. And you take one out, put it in the palm of your hand, and you put some water on it, and that's what I'm going to do. Put some water on it, and then rub your hands together, and it makes like a soap consistency. And then you wash your face with it, or wherever. I'm thinking, I want you to see really close. I'm thinking this would be great to take on a trip. It would fit, easily in your handbag. If you need to make a little pit stop, or you stop at a fast food and you need to wash your hands off, or whatever. It's not just water, it's soap and water. And most of us carry water bottles with us, so it would be easy to activate. And I really like this. I'm glad I have it. Okay, I do have some of my makeup on, and I'm going to add what I do not have on. I'm going to add this back on the side I just took off. I just purchased this. I used to wear nothing but Estee Lauder when I was working, when I was teaching, because it was just long wear, full coverage, stayed on me all day. And I did not have time to go fluff up during the day. So I've gone back to this because, well, I'll tell you, I'm going to show you for one reason. Kind of dab that in there. Another awesome product that I received from Octoly, you're not going to believe it, is this Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess bronzer. Now, I recently watched Wayne Goss, and he was doing a bronzer video, and he said, go like this. So he goes like this. And then he took it by the eye, went bump, 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 bump. And then he said, then fill in. So I'm filling in. I love this Bronze Goddess from Estee Lauder. Once again, I got it from Octoly, and it will be in my Octoly store. It really adds warmth to my face, and I need it. Okay, that's good. Now, I have been having trouble with this tooth down here. One of my fillings has fallen out, and my fillings are pretty old. So I had to get a root canal, and I have to get a new crown to the tune of about $3,000. And so I've been really thinking about my teeth and wanting to take really good care of my teeth, which I really do and always have. So I saw this darling little, it's called Cocoa Floss from Cara Cara Orange. And this was also given to me by Octoly, and it came with this darling little book called Pina Colada Floss Party. And each page in this book talks about reasons why it's important. Smiles are contagious. And so this is just a really cute little book on why it's important to take care of our teeth. And they even gave me a little postcard and a philosophy booklet. So I am carrying, whoops, sorry you guys, I'm carrying around this Cocoa Floss with me from Octoly. And I'm glad I have it because, you know, when you're out to lunch and you get something stuck in your tooth, it's very annoying. Now, while I'm finishing putting on my makeup, I have a really good story, a celebrity story I want to share. So, for those of you who know, my husband, one of my husband's good buddies, is like a philanthropist in town. For years, he has donated to the Bighorn Sheep Foundation because we have wild bighorn sheep here in these beautiful surrounding mountains. So we want to protect the bighorn sheep. And one of the things the Bighorn Sheep Foundation does every year, for a while, they were having a giant, like, I'm going to say it wasn't a ball, but it was a very special dinner with a ceremony, a host for the ceremony, and they had a silent auction. It was held at the Ritz-Carlton, dinner, dancing, you name it. It was wonderful. And you had to wear a formal, and there were celebrities and things like that. Well, we used to go to that Bighorn Sheep Foundation dinner every year. There was a seat for 10. Their tables were round. There were 10 people at a table, and the tables at that time were $25,000. I probably and the money goes to help environmentally save the bighorn sheep. Now, while I'm talking, I do want to put, this is another thing I got from Octoly, and it is a brow. It's from Estee Lauder, and it's a brow, like a brow corrector. And it's a light color, and I like that. So, and I kind of have to press hard on it, but it does the trick. There's Shelby. So I kind of filling in my brows here and down there. And then it has a spoolie at this end. So we would go to this foundation dinner every year. Well, I was like in my 40s. So my husband wore a tuxedo, and I was like practically lived there. We had a Loman's. This was, like I said, when I was in my 40s, and we had a Loman's in town. And if you're not sure what Loman's is, it really has a lot of designer clothing for less. And they're not everywhere, but we used to have one. So I bought this dress, you guys, it was gorgeous. It was like all gold, straps like this, black rimmed here, but all gold beading, zip up the back, long, a little slit, I think, at each side. Or else a slit in the back. It was stunning. And I was like a size 6 or 8 then. So, so we got to this one particular dinner, this one particular year. And I remember that Stephanie Powers was there. You know, she's a real big environmentalist, save the animal type person, which I appreciate. And we had dinner, we walked around, and actually that year my husband did not go with me because he and the gentleman that bought the ticket, they had to go out of town on a convention or something. So I got to invite a gal pal with me, which I did. And so we were at the table, we enjoyed the dinner, we were looking around, we were oohing and ahhing at all the celebrities or the fancy schmancy people. And so then after dinner, it was time, they had like dancing, and Master of Ceremonies was Phyllis Diller that year, I think. Well, anyway, here comes the special part. Gerald and Betty Ford were there. They were president of the board. And so they were sitting like at a sort of a table over here. And of course I wanted to watch everything they did. What did they eat? What did they not eat? What was she wearing? You know, what kind of shoes did she have on? What did her jewelry look like? What was her hair like? I wanted to know everything. And my eyes were like bugging out of my head. So after dinner, Well, first of all, let me tell you, you know, she used to be a model, so she's very, very tiny. I mean, her hips are like this wide, were like this wide. Her shoulders like this wide. She was very long-legged, very pretty face, very well coiffed. You know, just her regular little hairstyle, simple earrings, but dressed perfectly, and so was President Ford. So they had like a little greeting line after dinner, and I said to the gal that I was with, you know, we're gonna go up and say hi to them. And so we were a little bit bashful about it, but I said, are you kidding? I'm so doing that. While I'm talking, I'm gonna put some eyeliner. I can't find anything. So we went up. There were people like standing in line to shake their hands and stuff. And so we were standing in line too. And so it came to be our turn to shake hands with them. But I want to back up a tiny bit, because when I was first married, I was teaching. My husband was straight out of Vietnam, and he had gone back to school because, you know, the service paid for him to finish his education, because his education was interrupted by the Vietnam. So I took a nighttime part-time job as a caterer. I was part of a catering team. And one of the houses that we catered at one night was President Ford's house. He was having a Republican Party dinner party or something. So I catered their house, and at that time, I met Betty Ford, and I was able to be in their house, and like Betty was showing us where to lay the trays and where the matches were, and you know, this is the kitchen entrance, that's where the exit is. So she was sort of talking us through the pathways for the evening. So it was, of course, I was thrilled. I was like 25, no, I was like 28, and I didn't get married till I was 27. So I was thrilled to see her in their house, and the paintings on the wall, and all their famous portraits of them and the movie stars and everything. So now I'm in line to shake their hands. And so we walk up. It's our turn to shake their hand. And so I walk up and I say, Betty, hello, it's Cindy Hollinger. How are you this evening? And she takes my hand and she puts her hand on it. She goes, Cindy, how are you? I haven't seen you in so long. And I said, I know, and I said, this is my friend. And I introduced her to the gal I was with. And then we said a few words, and then she said to Miss President Ford, Jerry, honey, it's Cindy Hollinger. And so he says, well, Cindy, it's so good to see you again. And he shook my hand. And it was just, you know, we didn't just go, hi, I'm Cindy and I'm out of here. I mean, we stayed and talked about, you know, it was a lovely evening. Don't ask me what we talked about. I don't know. But anyway, it was a thrill. It was especially a thrill because, you know, how many years before that was I catering at their house. So anyway, I love that. I love that story. Now, you saw me put this great eyebrow enhancer from Estee Lauder on my eyebrows. And this is from Octoly. They gifted this to me. And Lancome gave me this let's see, it's a brow styler. And it has like this cream on it that keeps your brows in place. And I love this. So this is also from Octoly. And I like it because it does not have a color. It's strictly like to enhance your brow, to style your brows, keep them styled. And I like that because one time I had something similar, but it was brown, and I got home and I had this brown stuff dripping off or from my eyebrows, and it was like, ugh. So I made a mental note. Next time I want to get a brow gel or something, get a clear color. Don't get brown. So I love that. And let's see, what else do I need here? I need some lipstick. I did my eyes earlier. Because it's Valentine's. I'm putting my red lipstick on. So I want you guys to have a great Valentine's Day, and I know you will. And something else cute about the Fords, I have to say before I close, is when President Ford passed away, our community put these giant billboards up that said, thank you, President Gerald our O-U-R Ford. And because he was such a member of our community. And so I thought that was so neat that they gave him a tribute in the way of those billboards, Gerald our Ford, because R was his middle initial, but they changed it to O-U-R. So anyway, I thought that was really cute. So this is Cindy. I've got my makeup on. I wanted to talk about some of my new Octoly products, and I hope you go to the Octoly website, check them out, because I think they're good. I like them. And until our next conversation, bye-bye.